welcome back to another video. Oh boy, what do we have? Saturday night's main event just wrapped up, and well, your host, K-Dog,
and Evoy,
will discuss the...
we're gonna discuss
I don't even know what to call this, but discuss this, hot mess of a show, if I will say.
Is that the word you want to use? I would call it a disaster.
Disaster, hot mess. Can I call it a show?
There's no Chelsea Green. Anyways.
But can we call this a show? I don't know. But we're going to go right into...
Yeah, you know what you can call it? You can call it a glorified house show. And I don't care that I'm wearing the DX colors. Triple H, you did terribly tonight.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's just go right into the opening match. Drew McIntyre versus WWE Champion Cody Rhodes.
I actually didn't mind this one.
It was a good match. A good match. Everybody did what they needed to do. They kind of played it off with Cody's knee. They kind of made it seem like, oh my God, did he actually hurt his knee? Mm-hmm. No. They played off the whole Drew is actually hurt. No, he's not. They had a ref bump, which...
Well, every match these days have one. It was solid. It did what it needed to do. I do think there could have been a cool shock value in putting that belt on Drew McIntyre.
Now, we know that it wasn't going to happen, as, you know, WWE's got a long-term plan for Cody, which I don't mind.
A lot of people are saying the long-term plan this year is either him versus Punk, which is, you know, we'll get to that. But now it's looking very much like it could be Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes 3.
Maybe. Who knows? But the match was good. It did its thing. It did its flippy things. It did its power things. It did its everything. They told a story in the match. This match, overall, is getting a 3.5.
Yeah, I'd agree with
3.5. Now we move into the second match of the night, which was the women's title.
Okay, I'm going to kick this off.
Hold on, before you kick this off. What the absolute hell was that start?
Okay, yeah, the start was abysmal. That said, I do think this was the right call, and at the same time, I don't think it was the right call.
The way they went about this match killed both of them.
I agree with you.
They killed both.
I 100% agree with you. I also don't think it should have been a squash. It makes absolutely no sense. The first time her and Tiffy fought, Tiffy got an easy victory over her. The second time, she squashes Tiffy. In what world does that make any sense?
No sense.
It has been like a couple months.
No sense. And also, how do you open up a match with Jake hits a punch and then chokeslam, but doesn't even attempt to pin, just goes to the corner to set up another move? Like, since when was the chokeslam a...
Why is the chokeslam a transitional move?
Agreed. Like, why? Why? And also, why was Jade hitting a bunch of moves that looked like it should have been the finish, but not the finish, and Tiffy hitting moves that should have looked like it should have gone through, but decided, nah, let's just make it look like she's terrible at it.
Just, neither of them had chemistry tonight. It was an awful, awful match.
And the finish was terrible, too. 3 power bombs, and then Jaded, like... Bro, did we need that?
They're just squashing Tiffy at that point. The longest reigning champion in the company, I might add. Currently. Not anymore, obviously. But, like, that's really sad that that's how she goes out.
I know.
And why are we doing this on a Saturday night's main event? There is coolness. I agree. There's a cool factor to doing something big on a show you wouldn't expect things to happen, right? But hear me out. This is a huge moment. And to put it on just a Saturday night's main event, I know what they're trying to do with Saturday night's main event. By the way, you're not going to accomplish it by putting 4 mediocre matches on a card.
Yeah, what was that all about? 4 matches? You couldn't go 5?
Like, every pay-per-view's 5. We can't get 5? Are you kidding me?
I get it. You don't want to do 6 or 7, but couldn't get a 5th match? Anyways, but this match overall was abysmal. And also, why did we make... Okay, you have to agree with it. Tiffy's finisher is called the prettiest moonsault. Why did that look like the ugliest failed moonsault?
It's because they don't have chemistry. And they didn't have chemistry in their original match. Why are we doing these matches again if they have absolutely no chemistry?
Agreed.
Get it. They're both big stars. If you have to do it, you have to do it. But then just have Jaded hit like a Jaded. It'd be simple. Tiffy makes a mistake. Quick finish. Bing, bang, boom. Easy.
Yeah, but this match is going to get the stinker of stunkers a 1 star.
I'd go 1.5, but that's for the Jaded at the end.
Yeah, but we're gonna get this a 1 star anyway. But now we go into the match that a lot of people were looking forward to, the triple threat match: Dirty Dom, Penta, and Rusev.
That was a lot of fun.
Okay, it started out to be fun, and then they just threw it away to nonsensical. Like, what are we doing now?
I mean, okay, the chair thing was stupid. He throws the chair at Rusev, and he's like, I'm gonna, like, how does he not know that a triple threat match is gonna be like, how does he not know that a triple threat match is gonna be like, the no DQ match? That's I get what they're trying to do, but it makes Dom look stupid.
Yes. Like, there was a lot of I agree, there was a lot of nonsensical things.
I loved the finish. I loved the bell ringing. Rusev puts his arms up. I won!
Yeah, but it was, okay, it might have been fun, but it didn't work in that kind of scenario.
It did, though. It did what it had to do, and then Dom cheats. Well, he didn't cheat.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It works if you're in a one-on-one match with rules, but here it was like, really? And also, did you not notice when Rusev got up, he was looking this way at Dom and still like, bro, you see him.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to look at him.
And then it's supposed to be this big reveal. Oh my God, Dirty Dominic back at it again.
We already knew that because it's Dom's thing with the hammer and the tiger feint kick, we should say.
And hear me out. I did like that he got the win. But
obviously, we know why he was winning, because he's facing Cena.
Yeah, but a knocked out Rusev getting pinned again is not good for Rusev. It should have just been like a roll-up.
Overall, this match started off great and then became nonsensical and made no sense. This match is getting a 2.75 stars.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Now, our main event. The one that no one even wanted to be happening, because it's supposed to be CM Punk versus LA Knight, as the WWE Universe wanted and wrestling fans across the world wanted, but instead we got a heel Jey Uso that nobody understands or cares for. Oh, by the way, why was Jay coming out like he's a face and actually trying to yeet with the kids, and when the kids were asking him to pick him up and high-five him, he was doing it, but just on Raw, he was saying, screw everyone?
Because I don't think he's a heel yet. I think after tonight, he's going to be a heel.
But
getting into that for a second, you want to talk about no chemistry. Punk and Jay have absolutely no chemistry.
Oh, they have chemistry, but it's just that they were trying to make Jay seem like he was trying to be a heel, but he's not a heel, but he is a heel.
But I hated this match. There's botched moves. There's terrible spear. The spear was terrible. The GTS he hit was awful.
The spear was not bad because it was a Goldberg X spear. If you saw the way he speared,
I did not like the spear. I also did not like the GTS.
Well, the GTS made sense because the GTS was he's supposed to GTS and Jay's supposed to fall back into a second one.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when Jay hit a GTS. Oh, that was abysmal.
Jay, I'm sorry, Jay. You've attempted the GTS in the past. You already know you can't do it. Stop it.
Please stop trying. You're making the match worse.
As Linkin Park said, I tried so hard and got so far. In the end, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter because CM Punk is the World Heavyweight Champion.
Thank you.
Once again.
Pepsi Phil. My boy, Pepsi Phil.
Help but wonder, though, because you were talking in an earlier video.
Yeah.
A couple days ago we were talking about this briefly, but we had the idea of like if Seth didn't get hurt. Hope he's better, by the way. Hope he gets better, by the way. Yeah. But if he didn't get hurt, would it have been a triple threat between Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk? And would that have been the crowning moment for CM Punk?
No, at that point, no. It wouldn't have been CM Punk. At that point, they would have just let Seth go, but Braun would have been pissed. So that, I don't know. We're just speculating here where it would have been.
But now it feels very much like the trajectory, because Seth is out of the picture.
CM Punk
is CM Punk versus Braun Breaker
Yeah, but
at WrestleMania.
Yes, but this main event, that Saturday night's main event, it was there.
I find it a little funny that the main event of most of these recent Saturday night's main event has been the worst match.
Well, it wasn't the worst match. The worst match was Jade and Tiffy. But
no, but
this match,
they're not living up to the moniker of main event. The opening match should have been the main event.
Look, did you, me, and Shamar, didn't we not all say, why is this the opening the match?
I know. I'm like, why is your WWE champion not going on last?
Yeah. Okay, world title, fine. But, bro, the world title match, giving that?
I argue the world title is important, obviously.
3 stars.
I agree. I argue the world title is important. I'm not saying it's not. However, and I know they're trying to build up prestige with the new version of the belt. However, the WWE Championship has been around forever. It has more prestige. It absolutely should always be the main event. It'd be like the TNT title in AEW, main eventing a show over the AEW World Championship.
Didn't they do that a couple times?
Yeah, and it sucked.
Agreed. But also, speaking of prestige, did you not see after Saturday night's main event, they put up a thing where they said, CM Punk is the only wrestler in wrestling history to hold every variation of the Big Gold World Heavyweight title. And I'm like,
never held the WCW version.
And I'm sitting here saying, whoa, 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 Booker T? Mm-hmm. Did you not forget Booker T held the WCW version and the WWE version?
He hasn't held the current WWE
No,
version.
But they tried to hype it up like, hey, CM Punk's the only guy. Big Gold and new version. I'm like, cool. And does it make me care about the new title as much?
And don't get me wrong, it's really nice to see Punk get the title, and I'm sure he'll have a great run. But I want to be honest here. When that run is done, I think it's time for CM Punk to start giving back to the guys and start having these great matches,
100%.
but putting people over. He's 100%. What, almost at his 50s?
He's 47.
He's good. I want him to have the run of his lifetime with this belt. Do it, be great, elevate talent along the way. But when you drop that thing, it's time to start giving back to the younger generation.
Exactly, and tonight was not that night. Tonight they screwed LA Knight out of the title picture. Whether or not he could have won if he was in the picture or not, they screwed LA Knight.
But this match didn't do any favors to Punk or Jay.
No, it did nothing to either. But what did Saturday night's main event overall rating get? 2.5.
There's so much happening that we forgot to talk about it.
Like what?
The John Cena tournament.
Does that matter?
Why is that a thing?
Do I care?
We should be announcing his opponents. That's it.
Done.
I will tell you who should be getting that.
But before you go on to that, it was supposed to be Dirty Dom being his final opponent, but they moved him to Survivor Series. What happened to that?
It's likely going to be Dirty Dom versus John Cena at Survivor Series.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what happened that they switched him over?
Because it means the tournament's obviously being won by Gunther. But hear me out.
You also know that means that Cena's going in as IC champ.
I know. And hear me out. It also means Gunther's going to be IC champ again. And hear me further out. Gunther versus Cena's not a match that we really... I mean, I could take it or leave it. It's a cool match.
It is, but
I think Dirty Dom should be his last opponent.
Agreed.
Because I think he deserves that win. A win. Because Dirty Dom's losing to John Cena. He absolutely shouldn't be. He should be winning against John Cena because that would put him in a whole nother stratosphere of stardom.
Agreed.
And I'm assuming, and I know people are going to think I'm crazy here, but I really do think we're a couple years away from Dirty Dominic Mysterio being World Heavyweight Champion.
Agreed.
And
he's already World Champ. He's AAA Mega Campeon.
But since he can carry that weight, tell me that he doesn't win the World Heavyweight Championship at some point.
Agreed.
And if he's gonna do it, it should be CM Punk, but
Agreed.
It won't be CM Punk.
We can continue this discussion about Cena's final opponent.
We'll get into it on the next
another video, but for now, Saturday night's main event. I don't even know what to say about this. This was probably the worst Saturday night's main event I've ever watched in history of Saturday night's main event.
Well, NBC's about to cancel, let me tell you.
Well, NBC doesn't even run the show anymore because they didn't have their logo anymore.
Well, I'll tell you this: ESPN's not happy with WWE right now, and
this is just a random YouTube thing now. There's a reason for it.
And hear me more out. before we end this, and people are going to be pissed at me, but it's true. People at the beginning of this year were saying, oh, WWE's on top, WWE's on top, best programming, best programming. AEW's made a comeback, man. They have had some of the best pay-per-views in the last couple of months. And not just because we attended one of them, but I have to be that person and say, WWE, you need to step up your game because more and more people are funneling over to the other product.
Yeah.
And if you want to continue your stranglehold, you've got to get better.
And here's the sad part about Saturday Night's main event. The reports are already out on Saturday Night's main event. How the hell did you lose to Collision? How did you lose to Collision?
That would have happened maybe a couple years ago when it first started, but it doesn't make sense now, yeah. Collision's been as bad as Rampage in ratings. I think it's close to getting canceled.
It's never going to get canceled. But how did Saturday Night's main event lose to Collision? WWE, fix your crap. This was one of the worst Saturday Night's main event ever. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Let's just close it because I'm getting irate with this. Because I was upset tonight. Anyways, you guys like these kinds of videos. You guys like wrestling, video games, and movies. Well, this is the channel for you. Tell them, what do they need to do?
Like and subscribe. And share.
And then comment, what did you think? Did you like Saturday Night's main event? Yes? No? Favorite match? Does WWE suck tonight? Let us know in the comment section below. Anyways, remember, as